pollination. The transfer of pollen grains from anthers to stigma is called pollination. Pollination is of two types, that is, self-pollination and cross-pollination. Self-pollination when pollen grains of one flower transfers on stigma of same flower, it is called self-pollination. And cross-pollination. When pollen grains of one flower transfers on stigma of other flower, it is called cross-pollination. Fertilization. The fusion of the male gamete and the female gamete is called fertilization. When pollen settles on the top of the stigma, it germinates to produce a pollen tube. The pollen tube enters the ovary through the style. Male nuclei are transferred to the ovary through the pollen tube. The cell formed as a result of fertilization is called zygote. Zygote develops into embryo. Each embryo develops into a new seed. The seed is an embryo which is enclosed in a protective coat. The ovary gets transformed into fruit. Fruit and seed formation. After fertilization, zygote develops into embryo. Each embryo develops into a seed. The seed is an embryo which is enclosed in a protective coat. The ovary gets transformed into fruit. Some fruits are fleshy and juicy, such as mango, apple, and orange. Some fruits are hard, like almonds and walnuts. Seed dispersal. The process of spreading seeds to different places is called dispersal of seeds. Many agents of seed dispersal assist the plants in this process. Dispersal of seeds. For proper growth of new plants and to avoid competition, it is necessary that seed to germinate away from the mother plant. For this, it is necessary that seeds are spread far and wide. Agents of dispersal. Dispersal of water. Seeds of water lily float and thus dispersed by water. The coconut seed has tough fibrous covering which has plenty of air inside. This helps the coconut seeds in the floating on water. Dispersal of animals. Some seeds have spine-like structure on them. They get stuck to the fur of animals and thus get spread to different places. Examples: beggar tick, xanthium, urena, etc. Some seeds are swallowed by birds and animals along with fruits. These seeds get dispersed with bird or animal droppings. Dispersal by bursting. Some fruits burst open when they mature. The force of bursting is enough to spread the seeds. Example: ladyfinger, castor, balsam, etc. Dispersal by humans. Human beings also help in dispersal of seeds, especially during farming.